Hey. You can't see me, but I'm behind the camera.
Where you at?
We here. I guess I can just pop in from behind the screen.
Like how we brought that in, yo.
MySubstation.com, people. You already know what it is. It's Chad Money. I need a new slogan. I guess I could still say Mr. Money ain't good money. I need a fucking new slogan. Hashtag get Chad Money a new slogan. Got some great prime example numbers in here with me today.
What up? What's up, y'all? How you doing?
And I don't know. Go ahead and scream at the people. Just start talking to them.
What's up, y'all? My name's Iron Mike.
Mark Mastro.
My man Mark Mastro. We're part of Prime Example. You know, hip hop group out of Buffalo, New York. Just trying to keep the real shit alive, you know what I'm saying? Go download the mic check, ironmikekane.bandcamp.com. It's a new EP that I just dropped.
Yes, sir.
Just go peep that, primeexample716.com.
Yes. Now, right off top, I hear Prime Example get a lot of love from at least what I would call the true hip hop heads, true hip hop followers. You know, the Jay Skeezes of the world, the Coleman Broskies of the world. You know, Cove. You know, you guys always get shouted out when you know those type of discussions come about. What's you know, how does that I guess make you feel? You know, not like, oh, Giddy, they like me, but you know, how do you feel? You know, when you know that you are getting that level of respect, and you know, do you at times even feel like you don't get, I guess, what would be the necessary respect? Not so much for what you guys do, but just for the appreciation for the craft that you have and the dedication that you put into your work.
Man, I mean, well, first and foremost, it's definitely cool to be mentioned with those guys, you know, like cats like Cove, you know what I'm saying? He's like the big brother to us, you know. So when we just, you know, when we were getting our feet wet in the scene, we used to look at guys like him, you know what I'm saying? Cats like Cove and
shout out Cove
and Derringer, you know what I'm saying? And DJ Optimus Prime, like, you know what I mean? Like we were trying to follow along in the path that they were carving. So to be, you know what I mean, to get love from those cats, you know what I mean, and to be considered like a peer on the same level with them is cool, yo. You know, because we're younger and it's just, you know, it's definitely cool to get recognition. You know, it's nice to know that there's people out there that can fuck with the real shit, you know.
Now, anybody too that's in the chat box, shout out to everybody that's tuned in live. If you're in the chat box, you can go ahead and ask questions in the chat box, and I'll ask them directly.
Do it up.
You know, I mean, obviously, if you're on, you see chat box is right to the right of the live window. Now, I already heard you say 3 times the return of the real shit. People that fuck with the real shit. What's the real shit?
Pretty much, yo. I mean, if I could just sum it up, it's like 95% of these dudes, like, if you think you can rap, it's like you can't.
Right, come on.
You know what I mean? Like, I hate to be the guy who, like, is gonna just, like, say it out, but it's like, I have no problem telling you that you're not good just because you're my friend. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people in this scene that show me love and respect us and like our music, and they pay to come out to the shows every time, and, you know, we love that. We you know, can't appreciate it anymore, but it's like, I can't take that and tell you that you're good because of it. You know what I mean? If you're not holding it up, yo, like, unfortunately, like, you just can't do it, you know? So it's like, we take time with the rhymes that we're writing, you know what I mean? Like, we've studied, we you know what I mean? We're not sitting there and just making up some random keyboard beat no matter 8.5 seconds and talking about a chain on it, you know what I mean? Like, our house is filled with more records than motherfuckers have seen, you know what I mean?
Talk that shit.
It's just
shit.
Yeah, yo, like the real shit, you know. It's just like, well, you know, like not even like from a mainstream standpoint, obviously, because there's a lot of fabrication, you know, like with the music that's really popping right now. But even like on a local level, you know, it's just that I feel like, you know, it's one thing to be talented, yo, but like I feel like hip hop more than any other genre of music is the most. It's the genre where like doing your homework is the most important.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't help to be able to like, you know, it's you gotta know the architecture. You gotta know who paved the way for you.
You gotta know the rules.
I just got finished having a conversation with somebody about that. A lot of people don't know, you know, because I'm not the one who just fucking, you know, waving the flag or bragging or what have you.
Right.
But a lot of people don't know. My direct uncle, my mother's brother, is Keith the Cowboy Wiggins, from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious.
Oh, word.
You know, he actually, if you Google him, you'll see that you know, he was the one that was credited with coining the term and actually having it continuously used. You know, coining the term hip hop. He's the one that was I don't want to say like in charge of, but again,
his fucking uncle invented hip hop, yo.
Like the pioneer of the call and response. When I say this, you say that. With your hands in the air like you just don't care. You know, really being an MC.
Yup, master in the crowd, yo, master the ceremony.
And rocking that shit.
Crowd,
do you guys feel yourselves to be MCs? And,
absolutely.
What's lacking from the music? I call it the vinyl crowd contingency. You know, and basically it's you know if your shit would hold up in the vinyl era. You know, and you also know that if there are people who have and or still listen to vinyls, your shit wouldn't be in their collection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the way that I look at it. Are you guys, you know, more so on that wave of it, or you know, I mean, is there still like room for a young thug? You know, and then I'm a stoner, something
honestly,
like that and shit.
Yo, you know, it's
I was gonna say, like, if you've ever heard, I know you've heard it, like the Big L freestyle and Stretch Armstrong, and they said it sounds like you're battling somebody, like that's meant for somebody, and he said, yo, everybody's battling on the block nowadays, so like I'm ready for it, you know what I mean? And I feel like at all times when we step into place, like if it ever came down to it where someone was questioning our ability to hold our own, we're always ready to show that, you know, we can hold our own against anybody, no matter whether you're a boy or you're not.
Come on.
You know, so it's like, that's kind of what we're on. Like, we're not really worried about showing up in the illest car with the illest chains hanging off our neck. Like, I'll show up in sweatpants and a beater, but still rock the crowd. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter for us to like show off what we got. It's like showing off what we do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's huge. That's the jewel. I hope you caught that shit. Now let me ask: do you guys I don't know. Chris Monk, as prime example, not to hit my car.
Yo, it's cold, yo. It's cold.
They're gonna be cold. What's up?
Don't hit my car. Don't do it.
Ooh, look at the old white though, looking plush. Shout out to everybody that's watching the Derby.
Yeah,
getting ready for the Derby.
The Derby live.
Now, let me ask you guys: do you still? I had Frigidaire the other day, Frigid Giant. You know, and something I always ask is about the plight of the white MC and the plight of the female MC. You know, do you guys feel that you still have to go through that red tape and still have to be like, motherfucker, you know, fuck this shit. You know, I can rap my ass off. You know, do you get the side looks, and you know, do you not even pay attention to that because you know that the lyrical content at the end of the day will serve the day? Or how do you guys get approached, if you get approached with those type of situations?
I mean, you know, definitely at the end of the day, you know, none of us are colorblind, you know, so we know the deal at the end of the day. But I feel like in my personal experience, you know, I've never encountered a situation where I felt that being a white rapper has hindered me in any way, nor have I felt that, you know what I mean, it's given me any type of leg up on anything, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't look at it like that. You know, the people I surround myself with don't really look at it like that. You know, and the audience we cater to doesn't really look at it like that. You know, we cater
give
to
a fuck. Real shit is real shit.
It's a wide demographic. You know, so if you could identify with, you know, what we're saying, then, you know, I feel like
we do shows with Cooley and the whole fucking crowd is just all one big fucking just family. You know what I mean? Like, it's never
Shout out to the
crossed
Coolie
my mind.
Gangs.
Shout out Coolie High.
No doubt.
You know, we've never had to convince anybody that we can
Right.
rhyme because
Right.
we're white, because the minute we grab the mic, they already know
Yeah,
it.
you know what
And if
time
they're
it
not
is.
feeling it, then they can walk away. You know what I mean? Like, we know if you don't feel our shit or not. You know?
The female MC thing, though, I mean, I can't really speak on it, obviously, because, you know, it's just not something that I've had to encounter.
Shout out JG.
Yeah,
Shout out
what's up,
JG.
You know what I mean? There's definitely, you know, a few MCs that I consider one, you know, the greatest are female. Lauren Hill, Bahamadia, you know.
Bahamadia!
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I heard you
Yeah.
slip that one in there.
Three the hard way, yo.
Fucking
That's what I
Rhapsody.
said, yeah, Rhapsody, you know,
Rhapsody
so-
on Jamla, Ninth Wonder and shit.
You know,
Rhapsody's killing it right now.
No doubt.
So, you know, it's just another thing, you know, male or female, you know, as long as we can identify with some sort of element in the music, you know, it's like a common, it's just, you know what I mean? It's like it's just like an intangible, understood thing, you know, as long as it's hip hop, it's hip hop.
Right.
Now, what do you immediately look for? I guess when you're let's just like there's music or an artist or what have you that you've never heard before. You know, this is the first time that you're introduced to their music. What is the first thing that you are listening for? Is it the beat? Is it the delivery? Is it the wordplay? Is it just strictly the lyrics? You know, how do you guys go?
Well,
into
the
that?
beat that they're about to, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, the beat, you know, it's
if they're-
normally the
yeah,
first thing you hear in a song.
You gotta
so
pick good beats, you know what I mean? Like, I'll turn off a song before you even start rapping.
Right.
If the beat's not gonna sound like it's gonna kick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If the drums come in sounding like they're primo shit, then I'm gonna listen until you start rapping, you
Right.
know? But, I mean, it really all depends. There's people who I don't think I like lyrically the illest with like their vocabulary, you know, being broad, or like just their punchlines or shit, but like the way they flow and stuff like that, and just the way they carry their own lane could, you know, determine them being dope or not to me. You know, it's just kind of, it depends on if you're working what you got.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're obviously trying to do something else, then one, you're already failing whether
Right.
you're doing it
Real
or
shit.
not. You know.
Real shit.
So.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
It's spot on, yo. I zoned out for a second. I was like watching like the TV, playing with myself for like.
You guys got some direct links, you know, where they can.
Prime example 716.com.
Yo, make sure when you do prime example, a lot of people like to combine the E at the end of prime with the E in example. Make sure you get the two E's.
Two E's, one next to each other.
Oh, yeah.
Prime example 716.com.
Then, you know, Iron Mike Kane, IronMikeKane.bandcamp.com. That's the link for the mic check.
Mm-hmm.
You can also get it for free on the
Yeah, you
website
could also
if
get it
want.
from the Prime Example website, you know what I'm saying?
All the music we have.
Select copies
Got a
here.
couple hard copies, you know,
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a few left.
They
You
will
get
be
those off the
autographs if
website.
you come and get them from here. They will be autographed.
Aha.
Yeah.
Not by me though.
No doubt. Now let me ask you about the Hollywood local rapper. You know, when you see the person talking about I need $250 for a feature. Or, you know, I don't buy beats. Or, you know, when you see them having that best artist in the town discussion. You know, do you I don't want to say like so much get involved, but when you see that, when you hear that, you know, what's you guys' general mindset?
I think it's really, you know, a matter of choice, you know, to each his own. You know, I feel like if you're talented and you think that what you do, you know, you could put a price on your craft, then by all means, you know, like you look at someone like Kanye, or I'm sorry, Kanye, I'm bugging. Conway, who's selling, you know, his album for fucking $20 a CD.
Right.
But you listen to it and it's like, yo, this is, you know what I mean?
Worth
This is
$20
like
a CD.
this is what the fuck like you need right now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you look at a move like that, and then you look at someone like me who's giving my shit away for free, you know, and it's just like we're both playing the same game. So it's kind of, you know, like I said, to each his own. I think if you're talented, it's one thing, you know. But I feel like there definitely are some cats out there that maybe are trying to put a price on their shit that ain't really.
It should be.
You know what I mean? But I try not to get involved with that. You know what I mean? Because as far as like people that we work with, we really don't have to reach out. We have everything we need right now.
It's always a great luxury.
Well, also on top of that, I mean, if you're charging for verses or you're charging for beats, that's fine, and that proves to somebody else that you take your work serious.
Yeah.
But showing that you take your work serious is completely reversed if you go and sell those hooks or those verses or those beats to just anybody for the fact that they're giving you money.
Right.
If you go and sell a beat to the most trash dude in the city, but you sold it to him because his $250 is still good, then you just, everybody who recognizes that song is whack is now looking at your name associated to that whack song. So I hope that 250 was worth being whack now, you know? And that's like, that's, to me, taking your shit seriously is more worth picking and choosing your work as opposed to making money first. You know? I'd rather do a really ill show for free as opposed to doing a really garbage show with garbage people for $500. You know what I mean? I'll go do a charity event for free, you know what I mean? Like,
I was having a conversation with my brother the other day at work, you know, and it's like, what if I ever came to a point where, you know, a reputable artist wanted to like buy a beat from me or something, you know, what would I do? And I was like, shit, I'd just give it to him off the strength of like, yo, one of my idols wants to do some work, you know. So it's like, it's, you know, for me personally, I'm not worried about money right now. You know what I mean? It's do I want to be able to make a living off of making music and not have to work another job and, you know, feed my family and live comfortably? Absolutely. Do I want to get so fucking rich and famous that I can't go out and scratch my nuts in public without people all up my ass? No, I wouldn't want that. You know what I mean? So I feel like the main focus right now isn't really charging people for beats or verses.
Putting out quality music.
Yeah, it's just putting out quality music, you know.
Putting out music that if you listen to it, it doesn't matter how much you bought it for, but that your head is nodding and you respect what it is. You know what I mean?
I think that all the way. Now let me ask you guys, how important do you feel physical product presentation is? And in addition to that, how important is the personal networking? You know, you see a lot of people that will sit on the computer for 20 hours a day, and while, you know, I'm not saying anything against that, because I have my days where I'm on the computer for 40 hours.
You gotta in this, you know, you gotta do it. The internet is the biggest thing right now for anybody, you know, but that's also a downfall because, yeah, you're on the internet for 20 hours a day, but so is fucking like 17 million other people, so it doesn't matter how much you did that day because there's a 150% chance someone else did exactly what you did plus more. So I mean, you taking maybe an hour and a half for going out and handing your CD out to people on the street is gonna get them to listen to it more, otherwise than seeing 30 links on scrolling down your Facebook timeline, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be clicking everything I see on Facebook, otherwise I'd have no time in the day to live. But if someone comes up to me and says, yo, like, this is my CD and shit, I just took the last 6 months to put this together, like, I'm 100% gonna check it out, at least, you know?
Certainly appreciate that.
I love to have, I like, personally, me, a physical copy. I've always been the person, like, I want to have the CD, I want to read the lyrics and the liner notes while I'm listening to it, you know, especially vinyl, being a record head, you know what I'm saying, being a big digger, you know, I love to have that physical product. It's almost like a trophy, like a collector's item, you know?
Definitely like that.
Do I necessarily think that having a physical product is super important?
Make or break.
Not really, because I just think that the way the internet is, you know, and everyone can, I feel like you drop something hot, someone's going to be able to get it for free anyways. You know, so you just got to trust that people will pay the money for it. But yeah, with digital downloads and stuff like Bandcamp and you know, it's not absolutely necessary to have a physical product.
Right. What's the first vinyl that you got for yourself?
I mean, I can't remember the first vinyl that I've actually that I ever had because, you know, I just stumbled upon like an old box of records of my grandfather's a while ago. But I think the first vinyl that I ever like purchased for myself, like, yo, like I'm going record shop and I know what I want, probably had to be like a Curtis Mayfield record or something like that. You know what I mean? Just,
I dig it. Now, with my project, I used to make music too. With my project, I actually I planned on releasing vinyls, but I only wanted to do like 10 of them. You know, so it can really be personal. You know? I want the person in London that says, you know, I stumbled upon this shit a year and a half ago. You know, can you send me a package? Because I mean, it's all cool and well to send somebody, you know, the CD, and you know, you can autograph it, and you know, here goes a couple stickers and a T-shirt with it too. But you know, it means a lot more to everyone. if they see that you have, a vinyl.
Oh,
You know
no,
what I mean?
having a vinyl's fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
That's why, pseudo slang and shut eye show. That's why, the fact
Getting
that
respect
they
from the DJs instantly.
They,
Right.
I think that's the coolest fucking shit ever, like that's, you know what I mean? I have like a personal checklist of like shit that I would like to get done musically. Like a modest list of goals, and that's definitely one on there, It's like I would love to just get something pressed to vinyl.
Come on, man.
Not even a song, just
Right.
just like, what I mean? Just put
Yeah, that's real shit. Now listen, I just thought about it just now, all the way on my mind. Another tip for you artists, or not even like a tip, but something to fucking think about. Shout out to Q-Tip too, man. People don't even know. When he had the #1 song in the country, he heard that shit on the radio, sleeping on his mother's couch.
Oh.
Okay, now just like
Yeah.
it's not about fucking.
That's the realness,
having all.
That's
the real.
When we say real shit, that's real shit,
Right.
That's real shit.
Come on, man. So listen, anybody who wants to have their music played by a DJ in the club, rather than running up to them, with the CD or running up to them with a flash drive, you got a single ready song. Get a clean version, have the regular version, get that shit pressed up on vinyl.
Hell yeah.
Maybe you might only get 4 or 5, but I can guarantee you, give it to 2 DJs and the word is gonna spread. The word is gonna spread because just like artists and models and photographers and everybody else, they stay in their circle. DJs stay in their circle as well. So if DJ A has your vinyl and DJ B doesn't, immediately intrigued, and that's half of the work already done for you because they are coming to look for you.
Yep.
They are coming to look for you. So just little things like that. Not to give the game away, but what type of things do you guys see that other artists don't do, or other artists pay too much attention to, that's really not getting them anywhere?
I think that a lot of, and I used to be guilty of it too, a lot of artists, I think, waste more time than they should just being on social media, kind of just gassing up their own little, Cinderella story, and it's like, it's cool, like we know the deal, we're all trying to come up, There's not a single person here making music in this city that's got a leg up on anyone else, you know what I mean? Like in the view of the public, I could be wrong, maybe,
Except for me.
Maybe shut up. Maybe someone's plotting something that we don't know about, but
We're plotting little shit that no one knows about.
Yeah.
Talk
that shit.
So it's I forgot the question.
Oh, fuck it, I did.
My show.
Anywho, who are you guys listening to? Right now from the city.
And local?
Local? Yeah, local. And who would you immediately endorse? And I just want to say right now, disclaimer: if your name isn't mentioned, it's not because they don't like you. It's just a simple question.
That's
First off, we just came straight here from recording at Cole's house.
Come on.
New album, Cove and Prime Example, coming out this summer. So first person, shout out Cove. I know he's watching because you keep fucking texting me, you asshole.
The Cape Tape.
So
Cove and Prime Example.
Cove and Prime Example.
Yeah.
The Cape Tape. Yeah. So who else? Cooley. Mary Chronicles.
Yeah,
that new Cooley album is fucking stupid.
There's an ill floating around right here, I got
Stupid
2.
ill.
I made 2 bangers on here for them. You know what I'm saying? They killed that shit.
Short Nat Wheat.
The Short Nat Wheat
Catastrophe. That joint just came out. Me and Short just recorded a new track last night.
Damn, I just saw something with Nat Wheat. I just saw something earlier today.
Yeah, Dom's a cool ass dude. Who else?
Yeah.
So I like the West Side Gun shit, man. I fuck with that hard. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Gun and DJ Derringer, man. That's like my cousin there. That kind of like.
Derringer, what up?
What up, Derringer?
He was like the mentor. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm biased to fuck with anything he likes. You know what I'm saying? Like him and Prosper, AL Third. You know what I'm saying? Agent O, fucking Keith Concept, cats like that, man. Like those are always gonna be.
Concept, we got a link too, man.
It's
my fault.
Those guys, yeah. It's cats like that, and then I feel like as of late the scene's starting to blossom more, and a lot of cats are starting to
J-Skis
pop up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, J-Skis.
Search of Symmetry.
Hell yeah. Fish Food.
Chronic Collective.
Chronic Collective.
No doubt.
Legal the Lifesaver.
Legal.
The Game of Life is coming out in a couple months. I'm on a joint with that, so make sure you check that shit out.
There's a lot of, you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of good stuff.
Special K.
Yeah, right.
Special K, one of the fucking illest in Buffalo.
When you said Cove, I just encompassed EVC.
EVC all around.
No doubt.
For sure.
How big or how important is support? You know, when I say support, I don't mean like you know, just coming to see who you fuck with and leaving when it's over.
Right.
But you know, artist to artist support. Because one thing I say, you know, a lot about these shows, you know, where you book the same type of act, you know, or like an open mic or you know some shit like that. Somewhere along the line, the consumer became the competition.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Huh.
Yo, I say it all the time.
That's a great way to put it. The consumer became a competition. Yo,
that's
basically,
exactly what it is, man.
Yeah, basically, you know,
it's sad.
It becomes a point where, and it's weird on a lot of levels because it's weird because there's a lot more people trying to rap now. You know, it's like you know people aren't complacent with just being fans.
They need to quit spitting and just listen.
Yeah, for real. I dig it.
For real.
But you know, it's crazy, man. Just to think that you know you're performing for not only your peers, but like you said, you know, the competition. So it's like the support game is really weird because it's a double-edged sword, you know. Because I feel like I don't know, yo, and I'm to say this without coming across like an asshole. I feel like everyone in the city is under the impression that like you know what I mean. Since we're all from the same city,
right.
And you know we all are trying to make music that like we all gotta get along, you know what I'm saying? Not get along like you know like beef wise, but like we all have to like be hunky dory and like
we all have to collab.
Bro, let's build, let's collab, and it's like yo, you know,
not what it's about.
Yeah, you know,
real shit.
People think you know it's not. You look at like New York City at one point, dude. Biggie was beefing with Raekwon, he was beefing with you know what I mean, so and so. So it's like. It's
man, check your hip hop history,
and like Little Brother, yo, like Little Brother was touring. Little Brother was touring fucking America, you know what I'm saying? They're touring overseas, and then they go back to North Carolina where they're from and get fucking no love whatsoever. You know what I mean? So it's like what? It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah,
yo.
Crazy that you say that. I was watching watching Welcome to Chirac, and this one episode was just strictly about Young Chop. You know, he's 20.
The producer?
Yeah. You know, he's 20. He's got his deal. You know, he's got his man. He's got a little sweet deal. He's not even 21 yet.
Lucky motherfucker.
And the nigga, he was in Paris. He was in Paris and overseas. He's from South Side of Chicago, but he was in Paris and he was overseas before he ever went to downtown Chicago.
That's fucking crazy.
What?
That's fucking crazy.
You know, and I mean, shit like that.
That's
what hit home.
Yo, that one dude, we were chilling the other day and we stumbled upon this cat. What was his name? Gafflo, yo. And like, dude has like, we were peeping his Twitter. We were like, damn, yo, son has like 100 followers. And
not even,
like, not even like he's just a real low key cat. But then you go to his SoundCloud, dude has like 100,000 plays.
Shout out to the homie Bill Saber.
And you know what I'm saying? He's got like 100,000 plays and fucking, it's just crazy, yo, to think that like, you know, you know, who's playing this?
Right.
Like, it's just weird, yo. It's so, because people try so hard to like make statistics out of it. Like, there's no pattern to follow. It's just gonna fall where it falls.
Exactly
you know?
how it's supposed to.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I feel like learning to embrace over the last year, like, you know, because obviously, like, I feel I used to be like hot-headed more in music. Like, you know, we did this song called Broken Safety, and it was kind of just like, all right, listen up, you know, like we think so, him are whack, you know, and we're about to just tell everyone they're whack and blah 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 blah. And it's just like now that I look back at it, I'm like, I don't really care. I don't care what everyone else is doing. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not worried about what other men are doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Real shit.
I'm worried about, you know, what women are doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give two fucks if this grown ass man is like, you know what I mean?
With the fan base that matters, you know.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, again, not to, you know, not to say that anybody's better than anybody or anything like that, you know, not to take anything away from anybody, but, you know, at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck about making things that other grown men are going to want to gravitate to. You know, I don't own Playboy. You know, as you guys
exactly.
own Playboy. So I mean, it's not that type of situation. Now let me ask: when you see the artists, you know, and they get into the dick measuring contest, you know, does that turn you off from possibly working with someone? I'm talking about before you ever even speak to them. You might know who they are, but in just just in passing or in general bullshit, you hear their bullshit. Does that completely turn you off?
If I hear.
Well, like he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like he's the biggest asshole I know.
I don't give a fuck. Like, here's my shit, man. It's like, I hate to be the person that like people don't like because of the fact that I'm an asshole.
I hate to be that guy, but I'll be that guy.
But I don't. I really, when it comes down to the end of the video, like I'm gonna just say it like this, yo. Like, my crew, like, these are my best friends. Right. I don't need to make new friends.
Right, period.
So, like, we're either going to be cool and, like, an acquaintance, or we're going to be, like, artist buddies, but, like, I don't need my best friend. So, like, if you don't like me because of the fact that I don't fuck with your music,
that's stupid.
I really don't care.
Yeah, right.
I really don't care. So, it's like, there's dudes that, like, I don't have personal problems with whatsoever.
Right,
like, I can sit there and chill with them all day and be like, okay, whatever, you're a cool dude. But if you start spitting and I hear you talking on some, like, I'm the illest dude, that's fine to talk about that, but just make sure that you can back it up the minute that when we come through. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna automatically start eating you up because you're rhyming like that. But if I feel that you don't acknowledge the fact that I will, then I will.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
That's the competitive nature.
That's how I am. Like, me and him are the opposite right now. So like,
yes,
he might not jump on and fucking diss you, but he'll make the fucking beat that I'll diss you on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how it'll happen. So it's like, and here's the thing, like, it's all hip hop, yo. Like, if I diss you on a track and you start coming at me like I'm gonna whoop your ass type shit, then you're even bigger of a bitch.
Right.
You're even bigger of a bitch then. You know what I mean?
On record, man.
If I diss you and you don't come back at me with some shit, then your existence is now irrelevant to me. You
it's stupid because there's no, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point? Like, there's no money involved.
I know.
This isn't we're getting no exposure out of this. It's just a bunch of ants fighting over crumbs.
Right, come on, say
the
that.
famous Iron Mike line.
Just a bunch of fucking ants fighting over crumbs. That's what it is. And I used to be the fucking bully ant trying to get the
crumbs.
Look at it,
trying to get the most crumbs.
Until I realized, I just don't care.
Right.
Like, I just want to fucking, you know what I mean? I don't care what they're doing. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care what he's doing. Like, I just want to, I just want to make good music that I feel like, someone like Pete Rock will listen to and be like, damn, like, I'm glad that I paved the way for someone like him.
Right.
At the end, that's it, at the end of the day. I don't care about anything else.
Completely off the subject. How much do you think the Kentucky Derby hat industry makes?
The hat industry?
Yo, she just had a whole peacock on her head.
I don't know,
I don't goggles on the front of his thing. Those are goggles.
I wonder if the hat. You think when you buy the hat, it comes with the goggles? Or you know what I mean?
Because
like,
they match.
Already matching. Yeah. You think like a jockey will freak his outfit like, yo, son, I'm about to kill it. I'm about to go in. I'm about to fucking. I'm about to get my yellow joint. I'm about to have the stripes going like this, and I'm gonna have the stripe going across my fucking helmet like that. My horse, the saddle's about to be yellow, so it's gonna be bad.
Got horse race?
Nah, man, I'm not a big gambler. I don't have money as it is, so to take my money and put it somewhere where I don't know what's gonna happen with that shit gives me an anxiety attack.
Right. And I'm over here palm sweating and shit because I'm talking about these two little punk ass bets out here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's in Vegas and they betting on all the game sevens. They betting on the Yankees.
Someone just put their wife's wedding ring on.
Right.
Someone names these horses Admiral Kitten.
Someone's getting served divorce papers tomorrow morning over this fucking race.
Oh, God.
Really though,
For real.
This is one horse in here named Danza. Just right name from Tony Danza. But see, look at him right here though. His horse matches his outfit completely.
Majestic, yo. That's a majestic stallion. That's the Ticalian stallion.
Come on, man. What's up? Go ahead.
Some of these horses got masks and shit on them too, like. Not these
Phantom of the Opera.
That one was looking like some fucking Rey Mysterio type shit.
I mean, speaking of the opera's coming here next year. What do you guys what do you guys get into creatively, artistically, outside of
everything?
Oh God,
everything except for country, honestly. Honestly, everything except for country.
Can't front though, you know what I mean? We found a drum break on a country record before.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, and the coolest thing about it is that like It's all through hip hop. I mean, you know, like when we started linking up, you know what I mean. We both really started getting into collecting records at the same time. So it's like we would be exposed to like all these different genres of artists, partially because we knew like what our parents knew and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I grew up rocking to the Beatles a lot. Like my mom's a big Beatles fan and shit like that. So all the stuff like that, you know. So it's a very wide range of stuff.
So like Steve obviously ain't here, third member, prime example. Shout out Steve. But me and Steve been doing music like our whole life. So I mean, we've been doing hip hop since like, you know, a couple years ago on a serious note. But back in even like 8th grade and shit, I was playing guitar and singing in a band that Steve was playing drums for and shit. And you know, we were recording acoustic music at other studios, and we were trying to get, you know, music going, doing other genres, you know. And then it all came into hip hop, and it's like, I'd say barely any of the records that me and Mike and Steve own are actually hip hop records. Like everything.
Oh yeah, very.
Earth, Wind and Fire, fucking Gil Scott. You know what I mean? Just like everything in there mixed together, and it's just that's pretty much what we listen to. I mean, hip hop is probably like a small percentage of what we
got. So many
to.
Fucking dusty records in the house, man. We probably got asbestos poisoning and shit.
How often are people surprised? You know, just with your general music intelligence and music knowledge.
Oh man, we're young, you know. We're 21 years old, you know. People seem to think that we're older than we are, you know. So we're like, yo, you know, you guys seem like knowledgeable young cats. And it's like I said earlier, you know, it's because I did my homework. You know, I've been, you know, like he said, he's been making music for a long time. Like I've been writing rhymes since I was 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's when since I was fucking 9 years old, dude. Like I had no interest in anything else. You know what I mean? Like I always tell myself, like, yo, dude, like, I wish that, you know, I would have paid attention in school more, because maybe I could be working towards curing cancer then instead of trying to figure out, you know what I mean, which fucking drum break Pete Rock sampled in in this joint, you know, it's just crazy.
I got you all the way. Now, in the event, let's just say, in the event, and I definitely heard what you just said, but in the event that there was no music, that's not the lane or, you know, the avenue that you guys took to express yourselves, what would it be?
I want to answer that question. Come on. I'm just playing.
Yes.
That's I don't know, yo. That's the hardest question ever, because like I've never in my life thought of a backup plan. Like if it was never music, like I would just fucking, you'll find me hanging in the closet, yo. Nah, that's fucked up to say, but
hey, shit, if it is.
But it's like, yo, I mean, I literally don't know if I would ever be able to live the rest of my life content without just living a music life. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
like,
it's.
I'm not even saying music life is in terms of like living in a fucking mansion, because I'm touring the world, being an international star. Like I don't even care about that. But like if I have 100,000 dedicated fans that keep me and my mortgage paid and shit like that, and I can literally survive off the rest of that for the rest of my life comfortably, even if that's in fucking North Buffalo off Hurdle in a house that, you know, I have to renovate every year. I don't care. Yeah, North Buffalo.
Born and raised, Joe.
Word up, yo. Man. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd be able to do anything else. No. I mean,
the thought alone makes me fucking sick.
It does.
Because, like, yo,
I work for the county, yo, and if I have to fill potholes for another 30 years till retirement, I might as well just end it now.
Right now, no doubt.
If you know, but if music, you know, if rapping or producing doesn't end up popping off, you know what I mean. I'd like to believe that, you know, through going to school and like getting an education, I could still put myself in a position where I might not be making music and performing, but I can still have my hands in music, engineering or something like that. But if I had to say something completely void of music whatsoever, yo, like, you know what I mean? I come from a culinary family, so, you know, I've been cooking for like 5 years, so I'd probably end up doing something like that, and then growing to be like 40, living in Buffalo, because I never got my shit together, hating my life and shit, you know what I mean? Like fucking everyone else does. So music better pop off. You better fucking pop off hip hop. I fucking hate you.
How often do you guys listen to music that's not you guys? You know, that's not your Irish buddies, I guess, or, you know. Just
I only listen to myself.
For real?
Kanye style. Nah, I'm just playing.
I was about to actually follow anybody on Twitter either.
Yeah.
Straight Kanye.
I followed myself. That's it.
shit.
You mean
And then I
like?
blocked myself one day because I said some stupid shit.
Like what do you just what do you just listen to? You know, submerge yourself in. You know what I mean? Just any type of music as far as that goes. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's a classical record that you go to, or maybe it's Shirley Murdoch as we lay. You know, or fucking who knows? Maybe it's something from Freddie Godson last year. You know.
Honestly, lately, I mean, I'm sure that we're gonna have two different things, but as of lately, past couple months, like if I'm not listening, you know what I'm about to say. If I'm not listening to like our shit that we're making, or like Cooley or somebody like that, like I'm 100% listening to Action Bronson or Rock Marciano.
Big
Rock, what up?
Action Bronson, Rock Marciano,
Big Alchemist kid.
Alchemist, Evidence, Evidence and Alchemist are fucking killing it right now. Like Static Selector, Static Selector, Joey Badass, like
Freddie Gibbs,
Freddie Gibbs is tight. Dude, that's just the type of shit that like you listen to and you fucking quiver, yo. Cause you're just like, this shit is so grimy and dirty and just, oh man.
You guys
like,
still get amazed?
I'm always a fan first, yo.
Yeah,
you know?
You feel like you've heard it all right from that fan perspective. You feel like you've heard it all already, or do you guys still get amazed?
Oh, I still get amazed every day, dude. Like,
you know, man,
shit.
the beautiful part about music, yo, like it's crazy, man. Cause like I'll be amazed, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like he'll spit some shit to a joint we wrote in 5 minutes, and that'll amaze me.
Come on. Would
You
you,
know
guys
what I'm
slap
saying?
booty
Like,
skins even more if there was no music? I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat.
What of him?
Would you guys slap booty skins even more if there was no music?
I don't know, yo. I feel
I
like
slap booty skins all day just because booty skins, yo.
yo, you know what, man? It's crazy because like you know, like tummy sticks ain't my game.
Yeah.
Tummy sticks.
Dick riding ain't my thing.
So, listen. Oh man.
What are you guys watching? What are you guys reading?
I got the Wu-Tang manual in the bathroom right where I shit, so anytime I sit down to shit in the morning, I always just like open it up and flip through a page.
What's your Wu-Tang name?
My Wu-Tang name?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you never did that?
No.
Nah.
Oh, like the Wu-Tang name generator?
Yeah.
Nah, yo, because I feel like it would be something whack. Like it would be like, it just wouldn't be,
Yeah, I got you.
you know?
Yeah.
I can't hold a candle to some shit like that. I would come up with something corny. But, I mean, you know, like, I didn't even realize like I got the Wu-Tang shirt on.
Man, you know what's crazy though? I saw that shit when you first walked in, and the first thing that I said in my mind is, I can't get one now.
Yeah.
That was definitely on the summer list. Still got some wild.
That's the
They're
first.
dropping new gear like every day.
That's the first rap I ever heard, yo. I remember being like fucking 7 years old. My brother Donnie just playing. You know what I mean? Like the fucking. It wasn't the 36 Chambers because it was too young for that. It was the. Forever.
Okay,
Forever, So I remember him listening to that before like he got locked up and shit.
He said, "Yo, Flavor Flav, shirt look like a dish
Yo,
rag."
here's the joint.
Here's the joint.
Yeah, Lillard.
Oh my god.
That was crazy.
Yo, Lillard is a fucking
That's
animal,
fucking
son.
crazy, yo.
Is he better than Westbrook?
Dude, I think so. Honestly, dude, look what he's doing right now, yo. Like, come on.
Come on, man.
Because I mean, I would say that Durant is better than Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
So to then think that Lillard, oh man, I don't know.
On the sports side,
So
who
close.
plays sports or plays whatever game that they play the most like your music? You know who could you guys immediately push a soundtrack without even anything?
Like an athlete, if we had to pick like the athlete to describe our sound, is that
Who's
Sherman.
Huh?
Sherman.
Yo, yeah,
Sherman.
Sherman. All day. You shit talking wild mouth.
Sherman. Oh man.
Sherman, if you need a soundtrack for your highlight reel.
Yeah, son.
No doubt.
Hit me up, yo. I got you all day. I got the
Oh man, yo, like I feel like someone like LaDainian or Emmett Smith, yo, real technical.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Very
Painting.
technical,
Hell yeah.
fundamental, but just can't be fucked with. You
So
can't
not
fuck with
Tim-
them.
not Tim
Consistent,
Duncan, man.
great, legendary, incredible.
I mean, that sounds like Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
I couldn't see Tim Duncan having a highlight reel.
Wait, what?
Cool, that's
Just anybody fierce.
Yeah, Tim Duncan.
Just somebody who literally played the hardest they play. You know what I mean? Like everybody has those games sometimes, but it's just like, there's certain people that just fucking play like that.
Gotcha.
You know?
I would like to say my sound is similar to an overweight tight end attempting to slam dunk the football on the goalpost, but missing and embarrassing himself.
Man. probably think of a couple of those. Rap beef wise, and I'm not talking about like local rap beef or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know why, yo? It's crazy because like sometimes when I get back from the store, like I'll wrap the beef or like I'll just throw it right on the joint.
Yes, I'm a no pork guy.
Nah, yo, honestly, like the older I've gotten, for some reason, like I've become very turned off from like ham, like for some reason.
Right.
Like, I don't.
I've been a turkey dude.
No swine for the mind. Yeah, turkey.
Where were you guys? I'm gonna give you 3 rap beefs. Where were you guys when these were going down? And
I was probably swimming nut to nut, honestly. You gotta remember, we're 21 and 22,
right,
so.
right. Oh shit.
Finish, man. I can think of
Go ahead.
What was your general mindset? You know, when it was going on about the culture. You know, and where were you guys? First beef being the LL Cool J and Cannabis. Second beef being the Jay-Z and Nas, and then the third beef being 50 and Ja Rule.
Wow.
And how did all 3 of those shape hip hop?
I feel like the only one that I was really like, knowledgeable enough to understand was the 50 Cent Ja Rule joint. The first 2 that you named, I kind of had to go back and do my homework on. But the LL Cool J and Cannabis shit was crazy, yo, because it's always like the joint, which I didn't know that LL Cool J dropped the track responding to Second Round Knockout, which I actually just heard recently the other
Ripper
day.
Strikes Back?
Yeah, was that it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that song existed.
Yeah,
I was just under the
of course.
inclusion that
Yes, you can. That joint?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No. The I don't know. I'm thinking of something.
Let's talk about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's where the beef originated.
Yeah, no, that's where the beef originated because
Right.
like he's fucking like switched his verse up.
Mhm.
That's some shit homo rap
Yeah.
would do.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy, yo, because like you look at someone like I feel like no matter who won that beef, you look at where they are now, and that'll tell you who won.
Right.
Mhm.
That'll tell you who won when one of
Yeah.
them is fucking obviously a paid ass actor still doing his thing, and the other one is pulling out his fucking.
Let me
notebook
get
and
my
battles
rap
and
book,
shit.
yo.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get my rap book.
LL Cool J is a household
Cannabis,
name,
Cannabis,
yo. He's my grandma's favorite fake officer, son, you know?
Don't get me wrong, Cannabis had his fucking time, yo.
He did.
Cannabis
Oh,
had
yeah.
joints, and Cannabis is like the fucking who's the quarterback that the San Diego Chargers drafted? Ryan Leaf. Cannabis is like the Ryan Leaf of fucking rap.
Come on.
Could have been good,
Right.
but fucking just flopped.
But just wasn't.
He flopped like a
Let
fucking
me get my
fish, yo.
notebook, son.
Yeah. Plus, Eminem ended his career long before.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, let me jump
notebook
right into
thing.
that. Eminem, July 12th, Joe Buttons, Howard the Dawn, Murder Mook, Loaded Lux rematch.
He's more interested in that, man. I'm not big on the whole battle rap thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a songwriter.
I'm
He's like,
super pumped about that. One, just because I'm excited to see what Joe is gonna do. Joe Budden.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, yo. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as Cannabis, but I don't think he's gonna go up against it. And here's the thing: is like I really respect what he's doing because the only reason he's doing this is to show that song making motherfuckers can still come back and battle you and tear you apart with those kinds of lines. And I feel like if it's gonna be anybody to step back in it, it's gonna be a Slaughterhouse dude. Cause like nobody outside of Slaughterhouse is really competing with Slaughterhouse. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's
I
like,
was just saying that, man. Like, I don't know why Eminem just ain't sick in these. But you got Joel Ortiz just sitting there. Like, why you not
Crooked out, yo, just sitting there like these motherfuckers, yo.
Crooked is the most slept on out of
Yo.
Slaughterhouse. The most slept on out of Slaughterhouse.
I think all 4 of those dudes. I mean, no one even needs to talk about Royce the 5'9".
Right.
Like that. Nah, that's just
Yeah.
But I think Joe Budden.
yeah,
I mean,
Royce has a legacy beyond Slaughter.
Right.
Oh hell yeah!
right.
But before, I mean, if you look at, you remember when Pump It Up came out?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Budden, that was like the wackest shit.
And that was in '99.
Dude, 99,
No.
son.
Hell
99.
no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember motherfuckers crawling out of the TV?
99?
Hell yeah.
He was
that
crawling
my
out of the
freshman
TV
year of high
and
school.
shit, yo.
That's my freshman year.
Wow.
of high school.
99,
Hell
so
I was
damn,
7.
That was a Just Blaze joint.
Yeah, because that was right around that first Desert Storm fam time. You know, right when
Like Fab and
the
them.
Fab, Red
Like the
Cafe,
Dipset,
you know, Ransom. You know when
Yeah.
you had all them boys. When DJ Clue, shout out to everybody who ever had a DJ Clue tape too. I'm talking about a tape, not a CD.
Wow, DJ Clue. I just miss hearing that name, yo.
What's the most bogus shit you guys ever heard on the track?
The most bogus shit I ever heard on our track?
You mean like person-wise? Like who?
A lot of shit.
The dumbest shit. I got $6 million in my front pocket right now.
Pretty much any 2 Chainz song, yo. Any 2 Chainz song, you can just find the dumbest shit that you've ever wanted to hear in your life.
Shout out to the homie Jace Beast. What's up, Jace?
What up, Jamie?
Yo, Jace Windu, what up, kid? Dude, oh man, I've had so many facepalm moments in music that I just can't.
Yeah.
I've heard some pretty absurd shit, you know what I mean? Like, not even like on a whack standpoint, but I heard this one line where someone said that he left his girl because she's a Reggie lover. That just hit me, so like, you know what I mean? Because I'm just like, yo, it's that real.
Come on.
It's that real, like,
Tony Boy.
Baby,
Shout out Tony Boy.
like that.
Yeah.
Not bogus, but that's absurd.
That's
just absurd. That's
you, my friend, are a fool for
that's
that.
it.
Well, maybe she maybe she like Reggie Miller. Maybe that was what was going on.
Or Reggie Noble.
Yeah, and
Reggie Noble.
Shout out to Reggie Noble, another one that slept on. Man.
Oh,
Now let's go get you some old red man.
Hell yeah.
Okay, man.
Go get the blackout, yo.
New red band.
Man.
He just dropped a new joint like 4 days ago.
Yeah, where he's rhyming under the bridge.
Yeah, he's just like spinning.
Mm-hmm.
So got it.
So
Still keeps it
When
going.
you guys when you guys see or hear of things like a Busta Rhymes signing a YMCMB, what do you think about stuff like that? And the effect that it has on the appearance of the culture as a whole.
It's just all politics. Because, like, he could still sign with Young Money and do that, but then turn around and drop one of the fucking best things that's happened to hip-hop in the last 10 years.
Did you hear the joint?
With that shit with Q-Tip. The Abstract and Dragon,
Yeah,
That shit made me think through that shit.
is stupid, yo.
That shit made me shed a tear, yo.
And, like,
honestly, just
and it's
because
funny
it's just
because
so...
the single that they put out has
Busta
Lil
was
Wayne.
lyrical though on the low.
Dude,
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? Dude, but yo, man, I've been hearing that there's like an album with Busta Rhymes and Kev Brown that's supposed to be coming out that's just gonna fucking shit on.
What's your guys' favorite type of potato salad? Shout out to the chat box.
Yo, shut the fuck up, yo. Oh, I was about to be like, yo, you not just randomly ask this fucking
Because he keeps
question.
texting me and saying stupid shit, yo. Cole makes the best potato salad in the world, yo.
Oh man. Well shit, now I need some. See what you started? Now I need some.
I know, Cole's gotta come through the substation.
The bacon chipotle fucking mayo. Oh, shit's slamming.
Slamming, dipping the ocean, yo.
Yeah. What's a pastime for you guys?
I mean, besides making music and shit, like
Just listening.
chilling,
Video
I
game
get down on the zombies. You know what I'm saying? I'm always getting down on some zombies. I don't like get too into it. You know what I'm saying? I just do like the transit and do my thing. But I'm a zombie cat. I'm a Madden head through and through. You know what I mean? Been a loyal fucking Madden supporter, even when they fucking shit on us like they always do.
Gamer tag?
Don't have one, yo. I'm rocking a PS2 right now.
Okay.
So yeah. My gamer tag is the fucking joint that's hanging off the back saying that I bought it at GameStop.
Memory card life, nigga. Memory card.
Yo, I think, man, the memory card was like, how are you gonna eliminate the memory card? Like, what if I'm trying to go to your crib and I want to load up my game on your shit? What am I gonna do?
That's
I
exactly
can send it to my iPhone and then fucking email that shit to your subconscious.
I've seen fights go down off of somebody bringing their memory card. Yo, you trying to play Madden? Somebody got their own playbook. And shit.
Yup.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's all the way crazy.
Yeah, like, yo, man, no, act like I don't notice your created player.
Right.
Name him Booby Miles and
He's
shit.
out here like this and shit.
Yeah.
Wristbands.
Yeah.
You know, like who is that?
Get your fucking 7 foot running back out of here.
I know, right?
Come on,
350
man.
pounds.
What's you guys' endorsement? To Buffalo. Let's just say somebody comes from Cambodia and you were the first people that they see. Tell me about your city before I leave and go back home.
Should I probably, get them some chicken wings and fucking, get them some good beer and fucking play them.
Some prime example, yo.
I would just say, do you like to get fucking drunk and stupid? And if you don't, then you turn the wrong way and you got here on accident.
I'd probably ask them if they had any money or any weed on them and make them empty their pockets at gunpoint.
Weed, money.
Man, but like I said,
Cole, you know you're welcome anytime, bro. You know you're welcome anytime.
Buying some chicken wings, maybe
Cole.
fucking
chicken wings.
And then take them home, and then just fucking play them my demo.
Come on.
Yeah.
And just play them the mic check.
Playing my demo.
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite eatery out here?
Eatery?
It's hard to call, yo. Like I make myself food a lot when I'm at work and shit in the kitchen.
We got the ritual though, the after show ritual.
Oh yeah, yo, we like to always hit up like a nice little fucking Greek spot for breakfast after shows. You know what I'm saying? We're Breakfast Cat Nick's on Amherst, so that's the illest breakfast spot.
Or like an Olympic on fucking Sheridan Military.
Yeah, it's a good breakfast spot, yo. Yeah, because we're not really super like, yo, you gotta go to fucking Hutch's. They got the fucking filet medallion with the whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hutch's is a good spot.
It's good, yo. My girl took me there for my birthday last year. That shit was fucking, oh my god, yo.
And shout out to Fat Bob's.
Yeah, Fat Bob's Smokehouse. What up?
I haven't been to Dennis for barbecue yet. I'm trying to go up there.
I don't like going out to eat. I don't like spending money, yo.
Neither do I.
Fucking A.
Neither do I.
That's why I just steal food from work.
Oh man.
Hell yeah, I just go to Wendy's.
I got in trouble for stealing a turkey club last night.
You know what's crazy?
A turkey club, yo. Like he was like, oh, I wonder if this is why my food costs are so high. I'm like, word, yo. My 3 pieces of white bread, my 6 pieces of bacon, and my 6 pieces of turkey, yo. You know what? Here, yo, your daughter needs to go to college.
Food costs so high because
$60.
you're selling me a double cheeseburger for $1. You know, like,
Ethiopian kids turn down turkey clubs, and you're fucking getting all like stuff.
What?
I don't know. Shout out to Ethiopia. And
Yes, shout out to all the beautiful people everywhere, all over the world. Y'all would love to perform.
I want to come perform.
I don't know if anyone ever has performed there.
Do you guys have a thought about Donald Sterling?
I mean, it's fucked up, yo.
I'm glad that the playoffs themselves has gotten everybody's mind off of that.
Yes. Luckily for the NBA, the playoffs is very exciting, and people can give 2 fucks about that.
There's a lot of people who love to drag out bullshit like that just to keep a topic going, and it's like, yo, we can keep talking about that shit, but there's a million and one other more important things going on than some old dude's old style of thinking. You know what I mean?
Like them 234 Nigerian girls that got kidnapped.
Right.
Man, they got so many $12 brides and shit.
Right.
And
they're worried about a guy who, like, you know what I mean?
Is 81 is gonna die last week.
Yo,
that's some whole other shit that I'll get into one day, yo. But, you know what I mean? It's crazy, yo, human trafficking.
Oh man.
But the Donald Sterling thing.
Racism is ignorant.
To me, you're the most.
But the more you talk about it, the more it stays around.
The wackest,
you drop that shit and you let it the fuck go, and then everybody forgets about it.
The
but
wackest
you're the
part
one
is
screaming it, then
the wackest part is, yo. It's just so much about like the public image, you know? Because he was like, you could do whatever. You could bring Magic Johnson here. You could feed him. You could fuck him. You could do all this. Just don't take pictures on Instagram with him. Like, first of all, who are you that you got motherfuckers calling you like, yo, like your girl's Instagram Magic Johnson? You gotta dead that. Like, that's one other thing. And second of all, like, it's sad to know that there's still people that are fucking stuck in that box. You know what I'm saying?
As you're talking to somebody that you fucking with who's black.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you stupid fuck.
I was thinking about this, yo, and like I know this is no.
That bitch looks like a horse too. She looks like Mr. X.
She's not.
She looks like a lot of Botox. She looks like a lot of Botox.
Ooh, a lot of buttocks too. But but here's the thing, yo. It's like I'm not trying to give him an excuse whatsoever because I think his punishment was perfectly appropriate. Like, get him away from everything that's going on. You know what I mean? But here's the thing: is if you're gonna continue to fucking worry about him and his life and what he's thinking, you don't got anything else going on for yourself. First of all, second of all, this motherfucker's like 80 years old and he has ideologies like that. Do people not understand that, like, I'm sure when he was 10 years old and he's learning the customs of his parents, it's probably what was naturally thrown into his face. I'm not trying to say that that's, like, okay for him to say because it's still completely ignorant. He's an asshole for it. But that's like yelling at an old woman for not knowing how to use the computer. It's like, yo, that generation's going to die out.
That's all he knows, yo.
The generation's that's all he knows. That's all he knows. You know what I mean? That's like yelling at a dude who's been homeless his whole life. For not, you know, because he don't know how to, like, do this or do that. And it's like, yo, if that's all he knows, yeah, it's wrong.
That's crazy.
But
I'm just having that conversation with somebody. Like, my grandmother, I had a grandmother that died a couple of years back at 68, and she never used a cell phone. And my great-grandmother, she died at 84 back in, like, 2002, and she never even saw a cell phone. You know, so I think about shit like that, you know, like, man.
Shit, man, they probably live in a time where they didn't even have phones, period.
Right. Right.
Who was that? Who were we talking to one day? He was like, I wish I just lived in times where I didn't even have a phone.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan from Cooley.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
And you know what I mean? Just can't get a hold of me, motherfuckers. I'm gotta call you into work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, you ain't on me, no shit, I don't
And
know.
a world without social media would be.
Better for hip hop.
Better for hip hop 100%.
Come on.
Get your shit out by fucking going around and spitting in front of people's face.
Right.
Get your record into the hands of a DJ. Stop spamming my fucking Facebook and tagging me and shit.
Man, how important are the DJs? You think the DJs are still the
my
most
God,
important
man.
part
People,
of the
people forget about the DJ.
The
Everybody,
DJ.
nowadays, the DJ is just there to fucking press play and stop. But it's
Right.
like, if you come to our show, yo, Optimus Prime is behind his fucking busting a sweat,
Right.
son.
It's just another case of not doing your homework, you know? You got the
Right.
cats that think, like, I just don't like, you know what I mean? Alright, like, here's an analogy. Like, you have, like, you got a four-legged animal that's sort of like a dog,
Mhm.
but it's not a dog. You're gonna call it something else. Like, you know, like, they gotta figure out a new name for, like, these fucking dudes that, like, press play and just think that, like, what they're doing
What
is
sucks,
DJ.
yo, is like,
The ones that DJ off their iPhone. Not
Yeah.
calling
if we were to
everybody.
walk outside right now and see some like random teenager on the street and we asked them if they knew who Rev Run is, they'd be like, yo, that motherfucker on MTV. But if you said, yo, you know who Jam Master Jay is, they'd be like, no.
50 men that got shot.
They'd be like, yo, who the fuck is that? You know what I mean? They don't
I
know
know
who
Soulja
those
Boy.
dudes are.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Go ahead.
You say Cash Money and someone says, oh, Lil Wayne? No, not that type of Young Money
Right.
Cash Money. I'm talking DJ Cash Money. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right,
Like,
right.
come on, dude. You know,
Guru,
it's like
Gangstar, Premier.
Premier,
No,
Pete
right.
Rock. Yo, like, it's a whole different thing,
I
yo.
had somebody, a kid who was born in '92 that told me that they didn't start listening to music
Damn,
until
yo.
Shout out 92.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
the
that
birth
shit
year.
again, yo. I'm a kid.
That's the
I'm a
92,
kid right
yo.
here, yo.
Shout out 1992.
See? But he started listening to music in 2003, and I was trying to explain to him,
What?
you know, the way my music is, you know, I mean, man, look, Jamie Foxx.
Look at that suit, bro.
I'm telling you.
Come on.
Two-tone.
Where do I get one of those?
You know, it's his closet.
Yo, he's a fly motherfucker.
It's
yo.
like you beat up Kanye for that suit.
Man, shit, Kim probably
It's
bought it
Pee
for
Wee
him.
Herman.
Kanye's probably in the bushes with his backpack, like,
Yo, fuck me up, son.
His bucket of tissues. But no, damn, what the fuck was I saying?
Kanye West.
Oh, you're saying you were telling this kid he
Yes,
listen to music.
2003. So he says he starts listening to music in 2003. So that means like right around the franchise boys, the White Tee, you know,
Oh.
Get Rich or Die Trying. That's all cool and well. But I mean that means that he missed
Infinite.
everything.
Fucking
Everything.
Illmatic.
Rough Riders,
Resurrection.
Volume 1. You know, NORE, Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic. You know, only built for Cuban links. I mean, there's so much shit that was missed. But I'm telling him about, you know, Rakim being to me, you know, still my favorite rapper of all time. I say Cameron is my favorite
Rakim's my top
rapper,
five,
you know, per se. But I mean, my favorite, you know, artist, favorite MC, favorite overall crafter would be Rakim. So you know, I'm giving him my top 5. And you know, my top 5 from time to time it fluctuates, but my
Right.
top 3 is always the same.
Right.
It's always the same. It's always Rakim at number 1. It's always Lauryn Hill at number 2, and it's always Big Pun at number 3. You know.
What a
And,
list, yo.
man, I come like that, and you know, you get them looking at you with like 10 heads, and so I say all that to say, you know, those are the people who are now in charge of the trends.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
You know, and I mean, we're not like
Our fucking peers, yo. Those are our peers, man. We can't get no love from them.
Right.
Those are, you know, and there's no excuse for it.
Do you
because-
feel like you're worlds away from them?
It's crazy, yo, because, you know, we're, you know, like you say, dude was born in 92. We were both born in 92. So, and it's like, those are all things that we're very knowledgeable on.
Mm-hmm.
All those albums, you know, we studied that shit like, you know, like,
My favorite album of all time is fucking Resurrection by Common.
Yeah,
that's
come on.
my number 1
Yeah.
MC of all time.
That
is
shit was,
Common,
you know
yo.
what I
And
mean?
it's like that shit came
that
out in
shit was
fucking 94.
that shit was made before you could even
When I was 2
talk,
years
yo.
old.
You know what's crazy?
Illmatic came out in 94 when I was 2
He's
years
in my
old.
4th place slap. I have Common, Most Def, and Talib Kweli all sharing the number 4 slot.
Dude, Common is one of the most slept on. People forget Common raps. Like, they're like, oh, Common's in movies and shit. It's like,
no,
motherfucker. Common will
man.
write any song that you could possibly need him to write, yo, and master just the art of MCing to it, or just smoothness, or whatever it is, yo. And it's like, dude's been around since 92, putting out, his first project came out in 92, so he's been putting out work for over 20 years, you know what I mean? And I don't think people acknowledge Common as much because everyone's so quick to throw out the big Pac, Eminem, Jay-Z when you forget that Common's been doing that shit since before.
I just want to say too, man, Big, Pac, Nas, and Jay-Z, all good in their own respect, but as far as I go, they not even in my top 5.
Nah, I can respect that too. You know what I mean? Just because they were critical to hip hop in general doesn't mean they're forced to be in the top.
And my thing is like, you know, and no disrespect to Biggie at all, but like, where the fuck is Biggie's body of work for you to be able to just throw him in? I mean, it's cool to be like, man, he had some good lyrics and, you know, offer potential on it, but man, fuck that. Being dead does not make you one of the greats, because I mean, in real life, if you just want to talk about for what the rap is, you know, and for what the rap is supposed to be, I mean, Tupac was a straight up fucking rapper, storyteller, you know.
In the studio every day too, writing a new song. Right. Every day he was putting out, you know.
I was watching an interview with Scarface, and he said that on a bad day, Tupac would make 8 songs in a day, every day. You know, so I mean, you be wondering like, man, how the fuck is you still hearing this new Tupac shit? And like, man, but that's how. You know, I mean, if you just say, we'll just go with 8 songs a day for 300 days. That's 2,400 songs a year.
Well, what you just said about Biggie, I mean that, you know, he didn't have the body of work and shit, just because he's dead doesn't mean make him the greatest. You could also say that same argument for Big L.
Sure.
Because
and you know,
he died way before he had the chance to throw all that at you. So literally the only thing you got is what was already there between freestyle footage or shit he was doing with Lord Finesse. Or, you know, Lifestyles, the Porn and Dangerous or whatever, you know? So it's like, that was all you really had in the big picture and shit like that, but he didn't have 7 albums before he died that you can go back and reference all to, you know what I mean? So it's like, that sucks. So you could technically say, like, yeah, he had fucking, everything he put out was ill, but he only put out 25 joints his whole career, you know what I mean? Like, you really gotta weigh out the options, you know?
All day. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I'm gonna get my ass off the camera, and I'm gonna let the floor belong to you guys. And let's go ahead and give these people some D1 bars, because everybody come on here and be like, I got the best rap. You know what I mean? Let's go. Chat.
What do you want? You want some Ellis or something?
Alright, right off the head.
Fucking
talk to the audience
first. Kick it off. I don't know what I'm about to spit again.
Yo. It ain't much to break a cipher apart. I travel through the mic cord and the wires a spark. Make fake suckers admire the art. Like Michelangelo, you can't handle my flow or require the smarts to compete with me mentally. I water my brainstem, then slaughter the fakes when the artists embrace pens. Put it on the page, tell the margin to take 10. Aim at my target and blaze kids with the greatness, cause you know I flame shit like a furnace. My tongue's like a blade that'll slit through your dermis. You see me on stage, same shit I'm rehearsing, and y'all ain't got a phrase to exchange with the wordsmith. You need to shape up like GNC. I blow apart NPCs like TNT. I delete MCs, kick the flows with the quotables. Multiple styles be going for miles in the vocal booth. You need to go check your files cause it's overdue. You need to digest the shine, I expose the jewel. Behold the truth, it's the meeting of the minds. The number 3 completing the design and we redefine. Believe it's prime, we realign the axis. It's all real when you peep inside the track list. From track 1 to whatever. You could write 100 tracks, but you could never write something as clever. Never.
Yo, you don't like my music? Reevaluate your life, cause I'm the type of guy to snap out of my mind and lose it. Stomp you in the face and lock you in the basement. Snatch it, snatch your spinal fluid, tie your anus out and tie you to it. So find me high and stupid, spacing out the tribal music. I can't die, I tried. Suicide was useless. I kick rap flows, I pass on the active role. I make your girl lick my asshole while I pack the ball. So don't test me, I'm ready if it's on the spot. Run them over with a stolen jet ski in the parking lot. I'm getting too drunk and crashing on your brother's couch. Find me in the morning flaccid in your mother's mouth. I'm about this rap shit, they barely meet the lowest grade. Leave them with a swollen face, choking on the open flame. Lighter with the prime example logo so they know the name. Rappers nowadays are lame, but we done broke the chain. Hey, yo, I'm in the writing zone, the weed smoke fill the room. On the microphone, taking all these kids to school. Everybody trying to spit like it's the shit to do. This grown men shit, you bitches better get the clue. So I don't want to put the drugs down. Maybe you should smoke this, cause your rhymes are pretty butt clown. They can't stop me. Yeah, I'm cocky, cause every prime member is defenders of the top 3. I treat my life like I'm driving down a one-way. Gave your girl more D than a sun ray. Yeah, so I be watching what you chumps say. I slit your throat cause I don't condone gunplay. Skills on another level when I twist the mellow, because I'm quite the gifted fellow with the cigarello. My skill devil, king of the hotness, the flow of the river, sting like the monstrous. Fuck with us.
Come on, man. MonsterStation.com, people, you can't see me.
Prime example.
What up, Shad Money?
Substation.
Prime example, yo.
Everything you want.
I ain't
Links,
Mike.
Facebook.
Prime example
Instagram.
716.com.
Yeah,
At Mark Mastro.
yeah, Twitter at MIC, spelled the letter MEYE.
At Prime Example.
Yeah, at Prime
Prime
Example
716. At Steve Obvious. The obvious with a 0, not an O.
And go download the mic check, yo, for free.
Yeah, watch out for the album we're dropping with Cove this summer. That shit's gonna be a must-have.
The Cake Tape, I don't want to hear nobody steal that name.
Yeah,
Cake
yo, the
Tape.
Cake Tape.
Trademark,
yo.
copyright.
I'm fucking changing my rap name. Look out for that, yo. It's about to be the end of Iron Mike, so you're gonna see some whole new stage soon.
Real shit.
But I'm staying the same, so don't fucking play games.
Fire.
MonsterStation.com, people.
Peace,
Social
y'all.
Live, Prime Example, we out of here.